The Vietnam War wasn't just fought in jungles and villages. It was fought high above the canopy, where aircraft faced one of the most dangerous and layered air defense networks ever assembled. This is the complete story of every major anti-aircraft weapon used in the Vietnam War. So we begin with Vietnam anti-aircraft guns. The DShK 12.7mm heavy machine gun was one of the most widely used anti-aircraft weapons in the war. It was cheap and easy to conceal. It posed a constant threat to low-flying helicopters and transport aircraft. The KPV 14.5mm heavy machine gun delivered significantly greater firepower than the DShK. It was capable of damaging armored aircraft and was often mounted on vehicles or fixed defensive positions. The ZPU-1 14.5mm anti-aircraft gun provided mobile, single-barrel air defense. It was frequently hidden along supply routes and jungle clearings to ambush aircraft flying at low altitude. The ZPU-2 14.5mm twin-barrel system increased volume of fire and lethality. It became a common defense weapon around troop concentrations and logistics hubs. The ZPU-4 14.5mm quadruple mount created dense walls of fire. It was especially dangerous near airfields and landing zones where aircraft were slow and exposed. The ZU 23mm twin-barrel cannon became one of the most feared weapons of the war. Highly mobile and extremely lethal, proved devastating against helicopters and low-flying jets. The Type 85 23mm, a Chinese-produced version of the ZU-232, filled the same role. It appeared widely along the Ho Chi Minh Trail and defensive belts. The M1939 37mm Soviet anti-aircraft gun offered greater range and hitting power. It was often used to defend bridges and industrial sites. The Type 65 37mm, a Chinese variant of the Soviet design, expanded North Vietnam's medium-caliber defenses. It provided effective coverage against aircraft operating at mid-altitudes. The S-6057mm anti-aircraft cannon introduced radar-directed fire. Its accuracy posed a serious threat to fast-moving jet aircraft. The Type 59 57mm, China's version of the S-60, became a core component of layered air defense. It balanced mobility with effective altitude reach. The KS-19 100mm anti-aircraft gun was designed to engage high-altitude bombers. It was deployed mainly around Hanoi and other strategic locations. Radar systems such as the Sun-9 fire can improved coordination and accuracy. These systems transformed gun-based air defense into a more lethal, integrated network. The introduction of the SA-2 Guideline, S-75 Dvina, surface-to-air missile, fundamentally changed the air war. It forced U.S. aircraft to abandon high-altitude bombing and adapt to constant missile threats. Late in the war, the SA-7 Grail man-portable missile appeared. It allowed infantry units to threaten aircraft without large installations, especially helicopters. Now let's discuss U.S. and South Vietnamese anti-aircraft weapons served a different purpose, focusing on base defense. The M2 Browning .50 caliber machine gun was the most widely used American air defense weapon. Mounted on vehicles, bases, and boats, it proved deadly against helicopters and slow aircraft. The M45 Quadmount combined 4.50 caliber machine guns into a single platform. Its overwhelming firepower made it effective for both air defense and ground suppression. The M16 MGMC mounted the Quadmount on a half-track chassis. It provided mobile air defense for convoys and forward bases. The M45 Quadmount was an updated version with improved stabilization. It continued to serve in defensive roles throughout the conflict. The Bofors 40mm L60 anti-aircraft gun was widely used for perimeter defense. Its high rate of fire made it effective against low-flying aircraft. The Bofors 40mm L70 offered higher velocity and improved performance. It saw limited deployment late in the war. The M42 Duster, armed with twin 40mm cannons, became one of the most effective U.S. ground-based air defense systems. It was also heavily used for ground fire support. The M51 Skysweeper 75mm used radar guidance for air defense. Although technically advanced, it saw limited success in Vietnam. The M61 Vulcan delivered an extremely high rate of fire. It created a defensive shield around air bases and key installations. The M167 Vulcan air defense system improved mobility and response time. It was designed to counter low-flying threats quickly. The Redeye man-pads marked America's first operational shoulder-fired missile. Its limited effectiveness still signaled the future of portable air defense. The Chaparral missile system, mounted on a tracked vehicle, used modified air-to-air missiles. It provided short-range missile defense late in the war. The Hawk missile system offered medium-range air defense. Its presence served more as a deterrent than an active combat weapon.